This is what I woke up to this morning. A snowstorm. I want to try and find the horses. Hey, horsey. I don't got nothing. I don't have anything for you. Sorry. Oh, got caught on a branch. Yeah. I don't have anything for you to eat. I'm sorry. So actually, besides making art stuff, right now we also after Christmas we begun with more portfolio preparation. Like, it began to take flight. So actually today our teacher will be looking at some of the art text for the portfolio. The small text, it's not very much text that you have to write. I've decided I'm not flying to Copenhagen or any of the ones outside of the country. I might consider doing it another year if I don't get in now, but I'm only applying to the Atlantic Art Academy. Yeah, maybe I'll talk some more about that some other time. So the applications open in April, so I still have a lot of time. But the applications to Copenhagen is tomorrow, so Wednesday. So yeah, that's why our teachers are doing this critique stuff right now. The last fine-tuning of portfolio texts. I'm not finished with my portfolio, my art pieces yet, so it's kind of hard writing a text for it. But yeah, just in kind of this format right now. And then this is the text. Okay, so actually, I'm back from talking with my teacher, and I got some really good criticism on my text, my very, very loose text, and also she said it couldn't really be used at all. But yeah, I didn't really expect anything at all because it was such a loose text, and I haven't really tried really formulating a real text until now. She gave me something for structure, and I've never really been good at writing like this kind of stuff, even like in school, articles and essays. I'm better at writing more lyrical or like fiction text and that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is, but my brain just can't comprehend this kind of structure. So now I have a very, very clear instructions, like the why and when and what. And yeah, I feel good about it. It makes sense in my head, and I feel like I have inspiration to write another attempt. So that's good, right? And then I also lended a camera because we were talking about my works and that I have to create some more works, Very briefly we talked about that. I had talked a bit about like some video works, and then she said that she could lend me one right now. So now there's nothing to do but film. But I kinda am scared to film. I might wait till the weekend I don't know, I feel like it feels safest for me to just write a bit more now. Maybe let's have a chat about what I'm doing, like currently, like what's the situation. So as always, I have a couple of different balls in the air. Too many for me to actually make any progress on any one thing, but I feel kind of overwhelmed lately. Yeah, like that's the word. By portfolio making, and so I'm just really trying to make stuff in general and keep like my motivation going and my want for art going. So not really trying to like cage myself too much with what I can do and what I shouldn't do, and because we also get so many thoughts from our teachers of what we should do with our art, how to improve, and all that kind of jazz. So right now it's really just for me to kind of like keep going. But let's look at some of the stuff I'm actually doing. I don't really remember what I've shown and what I haven't shown, but here I have a painting. I think I'm still working on it, but it could honestly also just work as it is for the portfolio, like this painting. I think my teacher, Susan, our head mistress, was also very happy with this painting and how it is now. So I think that's just how I'm gonna like present it in the portfolio. I can always like, this is a version of it, right? So, but I've generally just been experimenting a lot with oil colors and trying to get the hang of it. I've been very mad at it. So that's also been like my main priority, and also something that I think is very fun is like experimenting. Everything is a mess. Everything is a mess. But I've also started a felting project again. It's gonna be like a kind of rabbit unicorn creature, I think, with like a picture in the chest. I hope I'm gonna make some progress on it this week, maybe. But this is what I've done today. I've started it today, literally. So it's not like I really know what's going on with that yet, I feel. But I also bought these big ass papers from the shop at the school, because they were 25 each, like for these kinds of big watercolor paper, which is very cheap, so at least I think so. But I think I've shown a bit of me painting this. But I'm also trying to focus on making video. I'm trying to experiment more with that, also because we had like a talk or conversation of sorts, like scheduled a conversation each with our teachers where we showed everything that we had right now. So I've gotten some constructive criticism on also some of my video works and how I can improve them for the portfolio. I have to cut some pieces, and I really liked the critique they gave me. I could see why they said that, but it's also really, about taking what you can use. Some other people it was more like they felt that they wouldn't really be using the criticism that the teachers gave, but it's very useful with those kinds of critique sessions, I guess. That's the thing about art school, you get a very skilled outside look on your art, which can, obviously, our teachers have their own thoughts about art in general and what they like. So it's really also very individual, but I still think that my teachers have a very nice like their gaze, like how they see things, help us along the way on our own projects. Yeah, I feel like I could use the critique they gave me very well. So there's definitely a lot to think about, especially with video art, and also have to think about what I actually want with that. But yeah, I also made a video works recently, and I've put some English subtitles on it, so I think I'm gonna be posting that as well on YouTube. And I don't think that you should look upon like my video works as finished pieces necessarily, because I think they can still evolve a lot. So this, I'm just gonna be posting like this version of it that I've made at the time. Yeah, everyone else is very stressed, or at least it kind of feels that way, because so many people are gonna apply to the school in Copenhagen, but I'm not, at least not this year, because you know, I kind of don't want to live in Copenhagen again. Like, not because of Copenhagen, just I think I at least need to wait a little bit with considering that again. I'm living a bit with my closer to my family, I would like. And also, it would be kind of counterproductive now that I've just moved from Copenhagen. So it would be kind of like dumb, or like, yeah, counterproductive that I then have to apply. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Then I should have just stayed in Copenhagen, you know. I'm rambling now, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working on. And also, I have another painting that you might know that I've been working on for a long time. A year almost. I can put a picture up, maybe. But I'm also speaking about that because I felt like I've gone kind of stale on it. Like, it has lost a lot of like life and motivation for me, because I feel like it was just very flat and I couldn't really collect my thoughts about it, or the thoughts I used to have about it were gone. And then talking about it with my teachers and also some of the students through critique session has kind of given it new life for me. So I feel like that was especially helpful for that painting. So really showing those kinds of like projects that are that has kind of died in your mind. I think the best thing you can do about it, even though you feel like the project is really bad because of it, the best thing you could do for it is to show it in a critique session. I don't know, just the things that other people see in your stuff is just stuff that I'm totally blind to. Now I kind of know where I'm going with it again. Kind of like, you don't have to like do the things that other people say they see in your art. But I think the people here are very clever and see a lot of good things and like just know a lot about art. So I feel like the things they tell me about my art totally make sense. When they tell me, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even think about it that way, but it totally makes sense, and I'm gonna use that now. I really love that about art school. Like, that's the reason that I like art school so much. Well, I'm gonna continue felting now.